Woo pig suey and horns down. Horns down. That is such a big pleasure of my life, is just simply doing the horns down. And when I saw that Texas coach, that basketball coach for Texas, being all offended, saying it was classless, not classy, for the University of Central Florida, something like that. When they beat Texas, some of the players were given the down horns, and he got upset. Said, "Stop doing that." That's like if in high school I said to my high school bully, "Don't make fun of my nose. Don't make fun of my bushy eyebrows." He's going to make fun of my bushy eyebrows and my nose. That's what's going to happen. The bully doesn't care about classless, just like the rival doesn't care about classless. If this is classless, then I'm classless. My whole life. I no longer live in Arkansas. I live in Los Angeles, a great joy of my life. I don't have a lot of Razorback fans in California to talk to. I'm out here by myself a lot of the time, just driving alone in my car. But then I'll see a bumper sticker with the University of Texas flying some Longhorns. And I'll pull up beside him at a stoplight and I'll honk and I'll say, "Down horns, buddy. Down horns." And they'll usually give me a look like, "Here in LA?" And I'm like, "Yeah, in LA, down horns." And they haven't beat us in football in this millennium, let me point out. Not a lot of great things to point out, but Texas has not beat us in a year, starting with the number 2. That's just the truth. And if they have time at the stoplight, I'll explain that to them too. Yeah. And a great place, my 2 other favorite places to do that are an airport sports bar. You're walking by, Texas is playing. Just do one of these. Just walk through the bar. And I'm not a guy who likes getting fights. I'm not good at fighting. I don't want to fight. So if you don't like fighting, but you like to do this to a big group of Longhorn fans, do it at a bar that's in an airport, because people don't start fights in airport bars. They want to get to where they're going. You start fights at your bar. That's the place to start a. That's the only place to start a fight, is your bar. You'd be a fool to start a fight any other bar, especially an airport bar. So, great place to do the down horns. The other great place, similar to an airport, an amusement park. My family hates this. They find it embarrassing. But you get so bored in those tedious long lines at the amusement park, Six Flags, Disney, Universal, what have you. You get in some of those lines, they'll be 45 minutes long, an hour long. We're in California Adventureland at Disney in the Cars ride, very popular. We're in a long line there. And I spot in that line, I see this dude, this guy about my age. He looks my age, has a family with him. And he's wearing his Longhorn shirt. And if you're wearing the shirt, if you're flying the colors, what else am I supposed to do to greet you? I am impelled. I can't really help it. To me, if you grew up in the Southwest Conference, when we played against them and they were a true every year rival, I think it's almost like a tick. We can't help, a fan can't help but do that when seeing a Longhorn fan. So I'm in the cars, the line with my family, and we see him, and my family sees me see him. My daughter's, Daddy, please no, please no. Like I'm going off to war. Please no, Daddy. I'm like, no, I have a responsibility as a Hog fan. I was probably wearing this hat. So I see him and I go, hey, down horns. And he gives me a look. He has to take it in for a second, and he sees his shirt, and he kind of gives me like, all right, buddy. So the great thing about the line at Disneyland, Disney World, any place like that, is you don't just go, you're not just in some straight line. You're at a line that goes in a loop, that goes in a serpentine. So I did it every time. Every time I passed him, boom, boom. He started to pretend to ignore me. I don't care if you ignore me. Horns down. I don't care if I'm with my family at Disneyland. Horns down. What are they going to do? Am I going to get kicked out of Disneyland for doing a horns down? That would be a proud moment. Classy in my mind. And part of being a Hawk fan is horns down. So, welcome to the SEC, my friends. And by that coach saying how much he hates it, of course he's going to get it full force once in the SEC. I cannot wait. I'm going to make a special trip to the Bud. I'm going to try my best to get really close seats to the floor. Oh my gosh, could I get behind his bench? And I'm going to be bringing double horns down. Double horns down. I might take off my shoes. See if I can do it with my toes. That might be a little classless. But until then, Hog fans, anytime you see a Longhorn, and especially as they enter the SEC, you give them upon a greeting. You turn this upside down. Woo pig suey.